So, what is it that anyone can do? If they're finding that they're doing actions, behaviors, or thoughts daily that is impeding them, you can rewire them. Yes, you can rewire them. I was 48 years old when I found out. I was surprised. And you may be surprised to know that your brain is easily reprogrammed. Now, there are a lot of subconscious programming things that people do. Some of them are very slow, and some of them are very fast. So this is what I tell people. If you're doing a program, okay, you're working on something, let's say you have anxiety about public speaking, and you're working on it using your program, and it's been weeks and months. Okay, you're going to want to try a different program, because that means that your program that you're using in order to make changes is a little slow, because there are ones that are faster that you can actually change programs like that in minutes. And that's what I teach here at DIY Mental Boost. I teach you 3-step thought process that helps you to start to aid and guide your brain to accept, feel, and release in minutes. So we're not talking about a long process. So what happens when people start doing a self-care journey or reprogramming or thinking about their thoughts? It's very heavy and burdensome, because why? It takes so much effort to get something done, and it takes so long. So then people think it's a big task, but it's actually not. And as soon as you give your brain a simple method to do, and then each time as you're practicing it and you see the brain sees it's simple, your brain will no longer think that your emotions and your thoughts are out of your control, and that the behaviors that you do are something you cannot control. Then, when you want to work on something, you will not be hesitant, because you know you have the tools. Now, what's even great about this technique is that it not only gives you the tools, but because of the habitualness of what you're doing when you're learning how to aid and guide your brain, the brain now sees it as a program, and it will become something that is automatic. So instead of you having to sit down and actually work through something, the brain will have already done it for you. So instead of something triggering you, it just doesn't trigger you anymore. You'd be like, man, this happened to me in my life, and I feel really good still. I feel really motivated. I feel really positive. I'm not talking bad about myself. I'm not thinking the worst. The brain will start to do that for you automatically, so you'll be getting different messages. The messages that people get about doubt of themselves, doubt of what they do, their self-worth, those are automatic patterns that you have developed. So the brain is always producing those for you. Unknowingly, those were put in and you didn't know it, and that's why they're there. But the thing is you can go in, enhance any program, eliminate any program, or add a program. So then when you think about the ability to do that, what control does that give you in your life, the direction that you're going through? Okay? Because many people have a lot of behaviors that their body is causing them to do. And they're going to doctors and they're getting diagnoses, but they're still not really getting an answer as to how to change it. Okay? Or maybe they are given meds, but yet the meds don't really fix it at all. They're still having to deal with it. When you rewire your subconscious, the source of where those behaviors are coming from, they get eliminated. Now, I talk with some people, and they are very adamant that they can handle their stress because they have coping and managing tools. So when I get stressed, I have what I do, and I try to tell them, okay, do you not hear what you're saying? You're still saying that you're getting stressed. And then you have to do something. When you learn how to rewire your brain, the stress message is not there anymore. It will look at something and it will not see it as a stressor. It's very hard to understand what I'm saying when I say this sometimes if you have not experienced it. But you have in this sense. Have you ever seen someone freaking out about something that to you think that's no big deal? That is what I'm talking about. We, our own brains, decide what's a big deal and what to stress about. So they're freaking out and you're like, hey, it's no big deal. That's what I'm talking about. Right now, whatever you're freaking out about is the same thing. You're going to now aid and guide your brain to no longer have that same response or reaction or issue that is happening, causing you to keep having those things in your life. So I know this is making sense to you. Now, as you continue to watch my videos, this information is going to start to really get into your brain. And the more you understand, the more motivated your brain is going to want to see changes. So right now, you're probably getting a lot of information, but don't forget, on this website, on this channel, we teach not only about this information, share it, but we also have the tools to get the results. So a lot of times people say, well, how do I do it? Well, don't ask me that question in the comments. This is a self-help website, channel, okay? All the information is there if you choose to click and to look at that information. When you say, well, how do I do it? That is just your low vibe state of mind keeping you in that low vibe state of mind. It's saying, oh, someone needs to help me. Someone needs me to direct me. Someone needs to show me. I don't understand. You do understand. So I'm going to repeat it. Take a deep breath. All the information that you need in order to know how to self-regulate your thoughts is in the description. All you will do is click, start getting an information, and then you can do the second page, which is doing the self-guided videos. That is how you start. There's no other information that I can give you that is going to help you. This is a self-help website. It is designed that when you look at it, you know exactly what you need to do and how to do it. So you don't have to wait around for someone. And at the same time, it is given to you for free. There is no charge. It's all there for you. All you have to do is click in the description or click if there's a button above, and you will be led to all the pages that are going to give you the step-by-step guidance that you need. Now, we have been taught that you need to have a mentor or you need to have assistants. Those are great. Mentors are great. Assistants are great, but they are not excuses for us to use if we don't have them to say that we can't do something. Yes, mentors are good, but does that mean if you don't have a mentor, you can't succeed? No, it does not. Yes, you have the ability to be able to figure out things all on your own. And as you start to do that, as you start to trust your brain and see that your brain is your best supporter, then all of that support and guidance from others is just icing on the cake. It will not be telling you a message that it's hopeless for you to do something because you don't have a counselor. It's hopeless for you to do something because you don't have a mentor. It's hopeless for you to do something because other people are getting in your way. We are in control. When we take responsibility, we will decide that we're no longer going to say that other people are the cause of why we don't have things. We'll see it and we'll say, wish they were here to support me, but if they're not, I'm still going to get what I want. I'm still going to do what I want. I'm still going to achieve what I want. That's the mental attitude that you develop when you rewire. Right now, the mental attitude is, I tried to lose weight, but my husband wasn't supporting me. So then you stop, and then the blame is because you weren't getting support. The point is you make yourself your own supporter. Accomplish the things that you want. If you have people in your life who are supporting you, yes, that's wonderful. But if not, don't make that the excuse as to why you do not have what you want in your life. And that is what we learn to do here at DIY Mental Boost, to understand that particular thought pattern is not one that's helping you to get what you want in life. When you say, well, it's this person, it's this fault, it's this reason, I can't do this, I don't have money. Oh, money is a nice big one. We love to use money as the reason why we don't have the things we want in our life. And you're not understanding. It's just a trained behavioral thought pattern, and it causes us to become stagnant, paralyzed, and we don't do anything, and we think things are hopeless. But as you rewire your brain, you're going to change that. And when your husband's not supporting you, you will still do what you need to do to get things done. Or if your husband is supporting you, you'll be extremely appreciative of whatever it is, and you won't pick it apart, and you won't say it's not good enough. You'll accept whatever is given, and you'll receive it. And then if they're literally sabotaging you, like literally, now people say, he sabotaged me because he brought in a cake. That's not sabotage. That's a lack of self-control on your part. Okay? The sabotage is if he sits on you and shoves the food down your throat. That's the sabotage. So you have to understand, sometimes we're putting blames on people because of something that we don't have self-control over. And so instead of taking the responsibility and looking at it for ourselves, you're making me mad. Should be, what is it about what they're doing is causing me to feel this irritation? Because you can actually express things to individuals without having to feel bad about yourself. When you start saying that person is making me feel like I'm not worthy, that is not a them. That is actually a you. You are interpreting, you are taking it in, and you are saying you are unworthy. Someone should be able to say something to you, and you should not get that message. You let that be their message if that's what they're saying, but it has nothing to do with you, who you are, because you're going to love people in your life who are going to give you positive messages. And the people in your life, if they're not giving you positive messages, you are under no obligation to remain loyal in accepting their beliefs as your own. Okay? If they're going to say that you're a wonderful person, great, take that. If they're saying that you're a bad person, you're a fat person, you're an ugly person, they do not get to have their words have impact in your life when they speak that way. So it is okay to disassociate yourself from their words and mean it has nothing to do with you. Positive, high vibe, constructive information, we can embrace all of that from our loved ones and those around us. Unconstructive, disencouraging information, situations, we are allowed to say, no, not going to take that belief that you have and import it on myself. Now, until you learn how to do that with a 3-step thought process to rewire your brain to have that belief, it will seem like, and that's just because you haven't been taught. You haven't been guided yet. So that is why I designed this website and everything that I do. It is for the purpose of helping people to realize that what is going on in their life has a lot to do with what they're allowing. And then the things that they have no control of, how they're responding is still in their control. It takes roller coaster, always struggling, into always thriving. Because instead of being paralyzed, hit down, when things go skewed, your brain will not allow you to do that. It'll only send you productive, positive messages, but it has based on your subconscious programs. Okay? So once you realize you just got to change the subconscious programs, and your outlook on life changes, and what is happening in your life changes. And at first you're probably thinking, how is that possible? How is it just because if I think differently, that's going to change? Well, this is what it is. When we're in a low vibe state, the brain, the other part of the brain, the conscious brain, the one that's logical, the one that's critical thinking, the one that gets solutions, is out of control. It's the lower, it's the subconscious. And if the program is in a low vibe state program, you're going to get low vibe results. If you have in your subconscious high vibe programs, you're going to get high vibe results. So your brain is either, if it's running on a program that's low vibe, it means that it is not going to do anything to help you get out of this situation. So you're not going to be able to see anything. You're not going to be able to hear anything. You're not going to be able to do anything that is going to change the situation. You're going to hear, see, think, and do everything that keeps you in the same situation. Okay? So in order to change that, you always have to make sure that you are assigning high vibe to every low vibe situation, every low vibe thought, every low vibe emotion. Your emotions, especially the lower vibe ones, they're designed to help you to understand you need to pause, pay attention, and do something different. But people don't do that. They pause, pay attention, and then all they do is then they start to demotivate themselves and take it on as an identity. And so they're a bad person, or they're a lazy person, or they're an ugly person. Instead of recognizing that somebody is putting out information, and instead of you saying, yeah, that's not information that I take in and it has for me, we take it in. When you do your subconscious rewiring, all of that will change. When you do subconscious rewiring, all of that will change. Now, you're probably listening to my videos. That doesn't mean you're going to get a change if you're just listening. You're just absorbing. Now, once in a while, I may say something to you that causes you to have the greatest epiphany in your life, and you'll have a shift. Yes, it happens that way. But if you want to be in control of your epiphanies, And what is amazing to you? What you're going to do is after you've been taking in information, you're going to gently then start to aid in your guide your brain to start to naturally rewire anything that is keeping you unmotivated. You can do that with the 3-step thought process. Okay? So that is when you'll get the changes. Because a lot of times people get, oh, I got this. It gets frustrating, because now you understand, but you still don't know how to change it. And that is the part that is really missing with a lot of information that people are putting out there. They're telling you this is good if you think this way, it's good if you do this, and you can rewire your brain. But then there is no actual information given, the exact steps to do it. We do that here at DIY Mental Boost, and we also offer it at no charge. The self-guided video sessions, when someone sits down and chooses to implement them, they will start to see the changes. So all you have to do is in the instructions. So you click in the description or click above if there's a link, and you will be able to have step-by-step guidance. You can do this all on your own, at your own pace, and you will see incredible changes in a very short period of time. This is Renee Thomas with DIY Mental Boost, and I'm so glad that you're here listening to me. Continue to understand how amazing your brain is. Continue to take in that information, and soon, when you actually start implementing the rewire process of your subconscious programs, you will actually start seeing even huger changes. So as you progress, you see changes. So it's not a matter that you got to do something for like 30 days and then maybe you'll see results. No, from the first time you do your videos, as you start, you will start to see the power that you have.